Hello, 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 everybody. How are you all tonight? Hope you are doing good. Let me go share this out, and then we'll pray to start. Okay, there we go. Both of those are done. Lord, let me finally get this page done tonight. I'll then have some good conversation with the chat. Um, and yeah, your name. Amen. Okay, so we are still on page 2, and we are on panel 4. We did shading and lighting. Well, almost all the shading and lighting for John Sims. I don't think I was gonna do some lighting on the back of the chair, but I think I am. So there's some lighting on it. There we go. Oh, did I get it? Oh, thank you, Mr. Matito 1786 for subscribing. How are you tonight? If you can answer in the chat. I am just coloring up my comic book here, Canadian Shield. And if you can, how did you find my channel? Maybe just put a comment in afterwards, like in, or on one of my other videos. Okay, so we are just doing some shading and lighting on the character in thing. I've colored in the colors pretty much tight for each thing. Okay, so shading. Uh, I don't think we have his hands in this panel. No. Okay. So that's his hair. That is the white costume, that layer. Add a layer there. And shading, we'll grab shading color from up here. There we go. There we go again. Dee, 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 dee. Well, hate when that happens. Or how you click somewhere and go way too far down. There we go. There. There we go. Oh, that's nice. Color. Hey Tim, what's up? Just doing some shading, color, shading and lighting on Canadian Shield and on page 2. And yourself? Slowly, although not online here, slowly putting together the campaign for issue 3. Yeah, which reminds me, although you're the only one here, let's do a little, anticipation, piquing people's interests.
Be prepared for on Saturday, July 5th, 2025. He is coming to Fund My Comic!
So were you able to hear that? Well, it was a voice. I'm not sure whether I was trying to do Hulk Hogan, but I was trying to
Make my voice a little deep and maybe a little intimidating. Yeah, and scary.
Oh, but yeah, it's good that you're able to hear. I'm just making sure. First time I had anybody here that could respond.
What you gonna do when a Canuckamania runs wild on you? Yeah.
I know that's more Macho Man.
Oh yeah, brother. What you gonna do when Canuckamania runs wild on you?
Not quite. Still more Macho Man than Hogan.
Oh yeah, brother.
No. I gotta listen to him. Maybe I might be able to get it then.
Making a drink that maple syrup pain. Yeah.
Maple syrup.
Of pain.
He's probably had something similar, but I don't think he's actually probably ever had maple syrup yet. Did they have maple syrup back then? Let's see. Good maple syrup being made. Because they would have had something similar. They would have drank some of it. The Indians, the syrup from the trees, because they are the ones that let them know. Maple syrup is a sweet syrup made from the sap of maple trees. In cold climates, these trees still starch and da 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 da. Okay, indigenous people living in the northeastern North America were the first groups known to produce maple syrup. So they might he probably wouldn't have called it maple syrup, whatever he had. (1850) Around the time of the American Civil War, syrup makers started using large flat sheets and pans as they were more efficient at boiling than heavy round ton iron kettle. So the process of making it has been refined over the years, but so as it is today, he probably would never have had it. And then today, this well, I did. I'm reading a little bit off of Wikipedia. So he would have had a formed version up. There are no authentic accounts of how maple syrup production and consumption began, but various legends exist. One of the most popular involves a maple sap being used in place of water to cook venison served to a chief. Indigenous tribes developed rituals around syrup making, celebrating the sugar moon, the first full moon of spring, with a maple dance. Many Aboriginal dishes replace the salt traditionally in European cuisines with maple syrup. The Algonquins recognized maple sap as a source of energy and nutrition at the beginning of the spring thaw. They made V-shaped incisions in the tree trunk and then inserted reeds in the concave pieces. Yeah, so he would have probably had a version of it. Probably not like I said today. Today's version. So there's panel 4 done. Finally. I'm going to take this word copy out because it's not a copy. And today we have 4 different. I was going to say grades, but I don't think grades is quite the right answer. Because technically they're all grade A, but there's 4 different versions. There's a robust roast, golden. I have 3 of them. I'm trying to get the golden, and when I do, I got to get the 3 others out of storage, and I want to do a compare. I was gonna do it as a snack video, but I might not. I don't know. The golden is hard to get. I got the other 3. I got the other 3 before my mom died. There we go. Here we go again. What did I not put? Thought I did. May. Okay, so no comments on what I read, Tim? Wait, read it again. Oh, the syrup. Yeah. I was just saying about what indigenous people did. It says there's no authentic accounts on how maple syrup production and consumption began, but various legends exist. One of the more popular involves maple sap being used in place of water to cook venison served to a chief. Indigenous tribes developed rituals around the syrup making and celebrating the sugar moon with the first full moon of spring with a maple dance. Many Aboriginals replace the salt traditionally in European cuisine with maple syrup. And then they taught it a little bit to the European colonists, who had their who ended up refining the cooking of it in 1850. They went from a bucket to from an iron kettle to a pan or something, flat sheet. Flat sheet metal pans, as they were more efficient for boiling that than heavy rounded iron kettles. So, the process has been refined. So he would have had it or something like what we have, but not the same as we have today. Hey, Outcast. Just stop by to say hi and enjoy your weekend. Oh, well, it's only Tuesday, Outcast. Yeah, except that the definite origins are the beginnings of, is at some point, indigenous were tapping trees for it. Exactly how they got it started is... Yeah, well, I don't think they would have consumed it like we did now. Well, that's saying that one incident. They're not saying all the time. They used it as a substitute for salt. And we now have 4 different versions of maple syrup. I was going to say grades, but or sweetness levels, I guess. I'm tired. Don't judge me. Did you know? I'm just simply, reiterating that it's Tuesday. You made it sound like it was like Friday. Those trees would stop looking so sexy. Oh, I'm judging Outcast. Well, you can. I'm not. Although you shouldn't. Well, maybe we can. We don't judge him. We judge his actions. What are you judging him for? I guess is the question then. Tim? Just making it seem like it's Friday when it's Tuesday? And just a reminder, Thursday, I'm possibly going to be doing a broadcast on Wednesdays at 6. And just a reminder, because I want to get all the coloring done for the comic before the campaign ends. Oh, and I don't think Outcast has seen this yet, so I'm going to mute myself for a second and
Prepare for on Saturday, July 5th, 2025. He is coming to Fun My Comic!
So there is a teaser, something to whet your appetite, to get your interest. Who is coming? Well, I think you guys know who is coming. But to pique people's interest. June 20th. Oh, cool. I saw it looks and sounds great. Yeah. Well, I got some videos that I'm working on using from thing. Let's bring them up. For my next one. Let me bring up browser window display. Well, something like that's going to happen. Here are a few different ones. Let me pop out the chat here. Live. Let me bring it over here so I can see it while I play this stuff. So there's that one. As you can see, I was trying to use the Fun My Comic logo in these. I didn't see a comment there. Tim, did you just hit enter or something? EMS. Yeah, it changed the F into an E somehow. This one looks really close to something I could use. I have to ignore dust here. And some other things I was doing. Which one, Tim? Here's some getting him to stomp on the ground. I think you're using this in one. This one. Fifth one. Well, that's Canadian Shield versus the Great Cyclopean. Scroll up. I was scrolling down to show you some stuff. And I'll go from... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one? Yeah, I was definitely thinking of using this. I might end up using them all somehow. I don't know what it says in the upper ring there, but I could possibly do that and cut it just before the other stuff comes. I sort of do like them with the bullhorns. And this one isn't too bad either. It does not say FMC. Which one? That says FMC. That one doesn't really say FMC. This one does. It's got the FM and the C behind them. This one, well, that one's the one you said use. This has got the F. His stance is covering up the C. Here, let me try another one. I just had an idea. FL. That's FM. You're talking to Tom, I think. I'm thinking I would cut the top. I would cut it so you don't see that this one. I'd cut it so you don't see that FL. That's what I'm saying. I could download them and bring them into my editor. Not exactly what I said to do, but I said lifting up onto his shoulders. Oh, I put up and on together. Yeah, I could probably do that. It could be hard to do. Uh, you got to remember, I'm using an AI generator. It does what it wants. Some things, these are 4 seconds long, so it could be possibly done. That's just a little funny. There's legs coming. I'm gonna switch it. Put picking up. I'm gonna switch it back to lifting. Oh, that one's actually not too bad. Yeah, it turned it into 2 books. I could easily cut that last part off though. Using this stuff, quick little adverts. That is good though. That one. 4 page cover. Yeah. Okay, one more. We're just saying holding above his head. Well, you see what I'm typing, I think. Well, unless, except for Canadian Shield being mad. Let's try that again. See whether we can get something to. Oh, that is just perfect! Technically, I can use any of these. And I was wanting to actually do something like this a while ago. I could just use a still image from this. What do you guys think of this one? Okay, so I gotta get back to coloring, what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, but a lot of people did that thing with their characters holding the book like that. Well, the question is whether that scholastic feeling is a good thing or bad thing. Oh, okay. You'll never see her. You'll never see Rick taking credit for writing slimmed laugh out loud. I don't know what you mean by that, Tim. Canadian Shield is actually going to have me as a writing credit, I believe. Okay, so there we go. There's John Sims done. Hey, Mike. Slime. You'll never see Rick taking credit for writing. Well, it could be interpreted anyway. I was gonna go slime. Slimmed or slime, but. Or do you just mean for writing slimed? I think you mean for writing slime. So scholastic books are, in your opinion, slime? And thanks, Mike, for dropping the like and all that. It was a Liam Gray reference. Oh, well, I know who Liam Gray is, but I never heard that from him. So. So unfortunately, that reference fell a little flat. He supposedly claimed that he wrote the book that's not important. I read I read Liam's Dino King. Yes, it's deader because you didn't know your audience. Well, that's good, I guess. If his other books are anywhere the same, most likely they are, shall we say, decent. Okay, so I need to color his hair. I didn't color his hair here, apparently. This, yeah. Sort of like somebody else we know. Or know of. I'm not sure how you want to say it. EVS. Not that his books are great, but, his art is fairly good or fairly great. But a lot of his antics over the past few years have, yeah. Well, respect for him as a person or whatever. All I can say is his art is good. I can't deny that. It's better. It's way better than mine. I'd even say better than Dillert's. But his customer, all the other stuff that he's done, overshadows it. And yeah, I can see how it gives him lack of respect for the man. Personal or professional, you can't. Well, I guess everybody to their own for that, anyways. Well, I guess I'm not even respecting him personally or, I guess, professionally. I'm just respecting that he's a good artist. Thanks. Well, yeah, well, I didn't draw it for most of it. I've made some drawing corrections. I even took If you look, I even took what you said the other day and did something about it. That head. And like I had to put the couch in here. Still, you're the mastermind. Yeah. I am the master mind. Yes. And if I had an artist that I could work with a little easier, this would be a lot better. Because the mistakes, the things that I have to correct, he would be correcting. And I actually had to. Are you using an iPad or computer for the coloring? I am using a UG. I have a regular computer. I have a UG tablet hooked up to my computer. Here, I'll show you. There's my computer. Well, there's my monitor. Where you're seeing your chats right there. And then I'm coloring on here. How's the sensitivity for the paint? Um, it's good, I guess. Is about the only way that I can say. I don't have to press too hard. I'm not pressing down too hard. I think you saw a little bit of how hard I might have been pressing. I'm not sure how much you could tell. Like I'm holding the camera in one hand, doing it with one hand. I should do that. Make sure I've done that on all the panels. Do the other shoulder as well. Have you been working with the same artist for Canadian Shield? For number one, I did the pencils. And then Dillard beefed everything up. In fact, in some ways, he went over a bunch of stuff and made it way better. And then I did a remastering of it, which I tweak the art some. Um, so between me and Dillard, number one was done the way it is. For number two here, well, number two and number three, I've used the same artist. I didn't really want to use him again. I was before my mom died. I was in the middle of doing number three myself, and then I dropped my hard drive and lost my files. And I took it in, and they were not able to get any of the files back. But I'm not sure how well they actually tried. There's a possibly here. This metal thing was glued to the front of this. They took it off, but then there's what? I'm not sure whether they're specialty screws or rivets. I'm not sure how well you can see one there. So it looks like this was barely touched. Whether they were able to get it off or not, I don't know. But they put it on, it on almost exactly as tight as it was on before. So I'm not even sure whether they got into it to do anything. And hi, Fizz. How are you today, Fizz? It's Jozo. Also, little known fact, trying to make a comic myself, but it's coming out slow due to lack of funds. Yeah. Are you hiring an artist, or how are you doing it, if it's Jozo? Are you doing the art yourself? I'm making the comic using 3D models that I make myself. Ah, yeah. Well, that can just take time making 3D models. I've tried a little bit of that with Blender, and it is definitely a hard thing to do. Blender is what I use. Spent 8 years learning it. Yeah, it's easy. It's an easy program, but a hard program at the same time. Yeah, yeah. I know. I tried making my some of my characters, but the way some people do all that intricate detail on it, wow! I just like that is crazy. It's like I try and do that, and I mess up so bad it ain't funny. There we go. There we go. There we go again. Yeah. And we got to do it again because we put it on the wrong layer. There we go. I don't think there's anything else to do there. We have to definitely do some lighting. On the Canadian Shield. So yeah, Thursday we will be doing for the silhouette. I believe it. Characters that came out in 1952. Eyes, my color, pop, pop, pop. Well, it looks like I'm definitely getting done this panel, and I probably might get done this page. Hey, Metal, how are you? Hey, Metal, have you seen this?
Be prepared for on Saturday, July 5th, 2025. He is coming to Fun My Comic!
What do you think for a teaser to pique somebody's interest? Guess no response from Metal. Well, if you said anything to me, I want you to know that I immediately walked away to take Ben's to the curb, to the trash, for the trash day after turned on the stream. Oh, okay. And I guess I'm gonna have to play that again. I guess I'm gonna have to play it again, Sham. Give me a sec. Okay, so here goes. Let's play it again, Sham. I'll shut up.
Be prepared for on Saturday, July 5th, 2025. He is coming to Fun My Comic!
Oh, is it the thing that you dumped in every group chat? I guess I saw the preview already. Yeah. What do you think? As something to just pique somebody's interest. I don't. I don't think much. Okay, did you like it? Or how do I have to word this? I don't know. But I think I know. I mean, yes, but it's all wrong. That is, I think I disagree. Okay, now I completely am thrown off by everything. I'm even more confused. Or I don't even know what any of that means. You should be confusion can be a sublime state if you embrace it. Keywords if you embrace. But if I don't want to embrace it, although you probably knew what it was already all about, having seen it, did it pique your interest any? And I don't know why I asked. You're probably just going to say some sort of smart remark. Didn't pique yours at all. You should know it's difficult to pique my interest. Yeah, true, true, very true. If your interest was piqued, you wouldn't engage with it much at all. Yeah, yeah, but usually that's because you're forced to. For a trailer that I put, or I shouldn't say trailer, I'm not sure how I describe it. Trailer, whatever. Something to inform people that something I'm putting something out on the 25th or on the 5th of July of 2025. I don't know what my question was with that. I had it and then I forgot it. That looks like a mustache. An ad? Yeah. Just letting people know. Do you think it's decent for something that I put together in about, like 20 minutes, maybe an hour max, for an ad to let people know that something's coming out on the 25th or on the 5th of July? Think I did a decent job? Make different shorts. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be making a whole bunch of different. Wear different. I'm gonna be making a whole bunch of different little things. Like you saw some of the clips that I made to the thing. I'm gonna be using a lot of those. I might have to clip some of them a little bit. What if you wear pants instead of shorts, Metal? Where you're at, you can probably wear shorts every day. Wear shorts under the pants. Well, sometimes that is definitely advisable. Sometimes it's advisable to wear pants under the pants. Depending on how cold it is. Replace all underwear with swim trunks to be prepared for all situations. Hmm. Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo, yabba-dabba-doo. So, Metal, can you see anything I might have to change lighting-wise or whatever? Uh, And here's the next page we're going to be working on. I don't know if I'm going to be putting anything in behind or whatever. These panels, top panels. I don't think so. I guess we'll leave them. This is the next page. This is page 3. A lot, but you could pick. If the heaviest shadows are on the left of his torso, his left, and why are the heaviest shadows on the right on his? Um, just because I was putting his back His back here, sort of in shadow, a little bit in sure darkness because he's right against a wall on the couch. And I was going a lot where that all the cross hatching and all that was. Too, I'll admit that. It's trying to use what the guy put there. And are you talking any panel in particular? Or just all of them in general? Cool. It shows up. Uh, to be honest, as long as it doesn't immediately stand out to the eye, you can BS most of the lighting because it's hard to know where all the reflections would come from. Okay. Okay, night, Outcast. I might do another show tomorrow. I might start doing shows on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. to get some more coloring done for a couple hours. Yeah, that's for sure. I know there's supposed to be a couple lamps and some overhead lights that are built into the ceiling. I should do a late night work stream after this. I need to do something scripting, and it forced me to sit down and do it. Yeah, that's why I do a lot of these streams. That's why partly I started this too. It would force me to do something for my comics. Creating the content. Okay, then I'm going to say this page is done. If you think it looks decent enough. Although we'll probably go over all this maybe a little more in depth once it's all colored. Well, If you have your phone, does your phone record? I know it's not the best recording, but maybe set your phone up in front of you so it can view the screen that you're working on and record it on your phone. And then connect your phone to your computer and download or upload, transfer the video onto your computer and bring it into some editing software or just load it up as is. Well, you can probably find a cheap stand at some discount store if there's one near you, or make a makeshift one, like use some books or stuff. Just set it on, just get it, then put it in front of you. There's some way to hold it steady. Put a couple books in front, a little behind, or maybe on either side, and I've done that before. Well, by discount store, I do mean dollar store. Most likely be $2 or $3. So we are at the end here. It's 12 o'clock. Anybody got any prayer requests? Oh, and are people enjoying the video stuff? And I'm not sure whether anybody here would be watching the Bible readings. Are you enjoying the Bible readings for those that might watch? Guess nobody's got any specific prayer requests. So, Lord, thank you for a good stream. Thank you for letting me get this page finally done. Help me to get even more done as we go in the future, and help Metal to get some stuff done too that he needs done, Lord. And thanks everyone, and thanks for helping out, Lord. Just be with everybody in their day-to-day lives. In your name, amen. Okay. I guess, Lord, allow interesting things to happen to Metal. So, because that's something that will please him. Oh, hey, Alpha Proto, you're getting here a little late. Unless you just haven't been saying anything. Hey, Alpha, I've got a question.
Be prepared for on Saturday, July 5th, 2025. He is coming to Fund My Comic! Are you prepared?